Hello everybody, this is Nikki and I am back to show you what I've made for my mystery, magical mystery bead boxes that I've gotten from Jesse James Beads, and also with my vampire lovers, let me say this name right, because I can pull it out of this bag right here. Also with my Halloween, vampire love story kit that I bought. Yeah, I still have tons of this left over, lots of bats. But like I hadn't seen anybody with this pendant. But so I'm gonna talk about what I made from those, and then I'm gonna start over here on my right, which would be your left, maybe, I don't know. But so from the vampire love story. So I made a necklace. I used some of this black soft flex that I'm not even sure where we got this. I don't know if I got this. I'm not sure where I got this. I got this in a bead box. Some subscription that I subscribe to, not sure which one. And I made a necklace, and I just kind of made like a wide necklace. I took the beads and just strung them on here and made a knot at the end, and then put different beads all the way down, and then made another knot, and then made a big Y so that I could then, big circle, so that I can then just slip this over my head. And I really like this. It's simple and it's very cute, and I can't wait to wear this to work. So that, I'm gonna turn this light off. I feel like it's too bright. And then I feel like it's not enough light. So that we can see all the beads and the bead caps in there. Yeah, so, and I love this. It's very simple. And then when I opened this up and I saw this pendant, I am a big Skyrim game player. This reminded me of the Night Mother from Skyrim when I saw it, and I was like, I've got to do something with that. And I made another very simple necklace. I used the chain that we got in the summer camp kit, because I hadn't done anything with that. I just took some of the faceted red beads, rondelles, and these white beads that came in here, and put these little ovals and beaded and strung the wire through that, and then I knotted it right onto the chain. And then I'm gonna put, I haven't decided what kind of finding, whether I'm gonna put a lobster clasp or a toggle clasp on the end. So I've left it open until I make that decision. And then, so now moving on to the mystery bead box for the month. So we got all these roses and lots of gorgeous beads, mushrooms, this lovely crystal ball. And so basically I did not embellish these little black roses at all. I just threw them on some black ear wires and I'm wearing them as is. I have a shirt that has red roses on it, and I'm just gonna wear these the next time I wear that shirt the way it is, and the way these are, very simple. I'm just gonna leave these the way they are. I'm not going to jewel these up at all. I may add something to these later, but for now I'm keeping those simple. I took these that look like dragon's feet. I just need to add the ear wire to them. I added these gray glass beads to them, and the bead caps, and these other little red beads. These look like little dragon's feet, or maybe some other kind of bird, I don't know. But I just kept these really simple also and made earrings out of them. And I made them a little long and dangly. And so I just need to add ear wires to them. And those are kind of simple. The other things, these I have worn so far since I've made them. I took these roses that have the little, they've got like little crystals inside of them. And I took these square beads and these little wavy bead caps, and I just put them together. And I thought that was just a really interesting combination. I have worn these to work or at least once already and been complimented on them, just, you know, because it's an interesting design. And I thought it was really cute. I love these roses. They're very, very interesting, very nice. Let's see. The next thing that I did was the mushroom with the brown top on it. I just took that, I made and put it on some Coriana chain for my daughter so that she could wear it out already. And I just put it on a lobster clasp and made it long enough that she could just slip it over her head. But as she grows, she can use a lobster chain. But I just kept it really simple. I didn't bead around it. And maybe I could add something. I can always cut this. I made it a little long so that I could cut this and maybe bead around it later. But I kept it really, really simple. The next thing that I did was with the purple soft flex that came with this mystery bead box, I took some toggle clasps that have a flower theme to them and just made a really simple bracelet, just kind of purple and black. I was trying to figure out what to do with these bead caps that look like flowers, so I kind of made a flower on the end of my bead right there. And I used these black oval faceted bead as my focal on here. And I kept that really simple. And then I made 2 memory wire bracelets, and basically what I did with the big rose was was trying to make a corsage. First I tested to see if memory wire would go through there, and then I used some of the beads to kind of go around it, so that I could make a corsage to go on my wrist. And originally I had 4 wraps around here, but I took that off, and I just ended up making it kind of more like a stacking. So then more of the beads that came with the box, I just felt like it was too heavy in case I wanted to lighten it up and just make it a simple bracelet with the rose and wear it with the earrings. And then I could add this other bracelet to it separately, or wear this bracelet separately by itself because it's all sparkly and a little bit heavier. But this is all very nice. This rose is very light. It's got some weight to it, but it's still light. But when I first saw this, that's the idea that came to my mind, is making a wrist corsage. And I probably would get another one of these and make a more elaborate corsage, or do like that wire wrapping thing that I saw a tutorial of with Jen, because that seemed interesting too. And I may take this apart and do that also. And then with the crystal ball, because where's my little bead cap? It's all the way up here. I used that purple soft flex. Again, I kind of feel like if you have the colored string, you should be able to see the string. And so I kind of treat this like leather, and I just tie it off. And so I took the crystal ball and made that the focal of my necklace. I used these silver dagger type things and some of the beads and bead cap and those little, what do you call these? These little black bead caps on top of these little purple beads right here. And I made this necklace. It's kind of reminds me of like a witch necklace, witchdoctory necklace. And what do you think?
It's cool. I like the little thing, glitter.
The crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah. So and that's what I did with this. So. And then I also made some other stations, and I'm not sure whether these would go on a necklace or make earrings out of them. So, but that's what I did with this month's mystery bead box, and I hope you like it. And I will see you next time.